on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are Scarr. This is first of many attempts, I would say, with us three. But we here. We made it. Let's keep it going, My name is Brandon. You know who I am.
I made it.
And here we go. Herb made it. There we go, man. There's been a lot of scheduling issues, but, we're here. Get to it, y'all. So we got Herb. We got Damo. Y'all want to spend some time kind of, seeing who y'all. Why were you throwing up little signs, sir? What's wrong with you? This guy, the diamond plan. So what's going on, y'all? How y'all been? How y'all doing?
Taking it back 10 years.
You know what I mean?
It's Hove. Nah. Man, pretty good today, man. Had to take a nap because work's been crazy lately. But other than that, man, I've been good. How about you, Herb?
Same thing. Took a nap because naps are good. Guardians of the Galaxy cartoons with my daughter. Good times.
Hey, that sounds fun.
Honestly, I gotta get on that. I've been watching Avengers Assemble for the past month.
I'm always seeing it, and I'm like, gosh, I know I need to watch it.
Yeah, you gotta get this.
Let me watch something else.
Man, you gotta watch that. It's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
So let's get into it, fellas. I know we got a few topics that we want to talk about. First up, sports. I know that we are excited that football season is still holding strong, at this very moment. I know we got some games coming up this week.
Strong.
Right? Weird. So let me know what y'all got to say about that. What's going on with this football season? How y'all feel, Damo?
Man, I'm as a Raider fan here. I'm so conflicted right now because Derek Carr is looking cool. Next, he's not. Raiders defense is trash. But for the most part, I'm just trying to get through it because with COVID, it's looking like every week might be the last week. I don't even know. How about you, Herb? How you feel about the season so far?
Well, the season's been pretty good, except for the Eagles. Having a tie to make you number one in that division is not really the greatest thing when you only win one game.
Yeah.
That is true.
So on that side of it, it's pretty rough, but I'm enjoying football, though.
Yeah, it's an interesting season, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. The crazier part of all the injuries. Every year we have injuries, but we got a lot of key players from a lot of teams injured right now. So that's kind of scary. And of course, my Chargers, man, I feel like they've been exciting to watch now. Like I've been more excited to watch a Chargers game than anything due to the rookie Justin Herbert. A lot of people didn't really think he was going to come up and show up, but that's just Chargers. They kind of know what they're doing, I guess, right?
Looking good
games. It's kind of crazy. We lose for ourselves in the second half, but hey, we come out strong first half though.
You know what? Speaking of all that, let's get into some games, man. We're gonna pick about 5 games. We ain't gonna get too crazy with it. First game, Brandon, let me know what you think. Panthers, Falcons. Give me who's winning and why.
You know what? I want to say Falcons because of more of the talent that they have. However, the Falcons know how to blow it in big situations, and they've seen that at least twice this season so far. So I don't know. Panthers, they actually came out to my Chargers with more energy than I thought, man. They stepped their game up, even with McCaffrey being out. So I'm going to say Falcons because of the talent, but I would not be surprised if Panthers come out.
Herb?
I'm going to go with the Panthers because the Falcons just suck. And Teddy. And that running back, in for McCaffrey, Davis, he's killing it, man.
He is.
Yeah, he really is. I got him on my fantasy team, actually.
So they're not missing him too hard.
I want to go Falcons. The same reason Brandon said he wanted to go Falcons. My issue is they can't keep a lead against anybody. They haven't kept a lead against nobody. And I feel like at this point, Me and Herb had this conversation.
Well, they
at work.
can't finish.
Well, yeah, that's the biggest problem, right? We had this conversation at work. They might be wasting Julio. I don't know. It might be me and you, but Julio Jones might be being wasted at this point, which is unfortunate. He got that AJ Green effect. So I'm going with the Panthers for now. But
I think he's going to.
huh?
I think Julio Jones is going to go Megatron and just retire because why stay there?
Yeah, that's it.
He's just getting hurt.
Yeah,
He's just getting banged up for no
and
good reason.
the sad thing is he's still top 5 receiver in the league, and he plays with Matt Ryan, who I don't know should play better.
It's not because Dan Quinn gets fired.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. We got a next game, y'all. Raiders Chiefs. Herb, you up?
All right. Raiders are gonna because the Chiefs. I don't know what else you want me to say. The Chiefs are insane.
You know what? Whatever. Brandon, we got you. What you got?
I mean, if you pick the Raiders, you're suicidal. I would say on that note. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's football suicide right there. Honestly, so the crazy thing about it's a division game. So we're going to see them twice. You know, or I say we as if I'm a Raiders fan, but you know, I'm Chargers division. We're gonna see y'all twice as well too. I mean, going with the Chiefs, man, is that Patrick Mahomes just has that magical arm, but it's who he has surrounding him, and then that defense, man, they know how to get shifty in different situations. You know, they lose it in one play, pick it back up the next play. It's interesting. So on the flip side, the Raiders have been surprising me as well too, man. Derek Carr has been playing like Derek Carr a couple years ago, where he's been doing the most, you know, that the team really needs from him. So he's getting his money's worth. They're getting his money's worth with him. And everybody else on the offense is showing up too. So, you know, I would not – it's going to be a good game regardless, but I'm giving it to the Chiefs, man. What about you, Raider fan?
So both of y'all some haters. At the end of the day, no, Chiefs about to whoop that ass, my guy. No, Chiefs about to win.
Yeah.
Be haters.
No, Chiefs gonna end up winning this game. The thing with the Chiefs is anything you figure out to stop, they can do something else. And like my issue is they're just too good. And right now, the Raiders defense is a problem. Like and not in a good way. They're not good. And so when you have Patrick Mahomes, when you have Tyreek Hill, when you got Hardman, Sammy Watkins, the rookie running back, they just have too many weapons, and the Raiders aren't good enough on defense. No matter how good you think Derek Carr is, no matter how good you think Josh Jacobs is, no matter how good Tyreek Hill is coming back, or right tackle Trent Brown is coming back, at the end of the day, Chiefs are just too good, and they need to figure out that defense. Now, I'm not big on people getting fired. The defensive coordinator might need to go because he's bugging me right now. So that's how I feel about that.
Understandable. Now, I just want to just
for the Raiders.
What if Kareem Hunt didn't do what he did and was still on the Chiefs?
I mean, they might be 2-time Super Bowl champions.
They would have won the Super Bowl.
Man,
Yeah.
come on. That's just scary. It's just scary to think like they had all of this talent on the team, and then they just was like, all right, now we know how to use it, and boom. That's crazy.
Well, as a Eagles fan, Herb knows Andy Reid is a maestro on offense, just ridiculous. And then they got I can't think of his name. Eric Bieniemy, I believe that's how you say his name. The offensive coordinator who should have a job in this league. Texans.
He's gonna be the Texans head coach.
Yeah, he should be. He should be. Those two are just too good.
He will be.
They're too good together with Mahomes and those weapons. Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Let's go back to Brandon. We got Colts and Browns. What are we looking like?
Oh man, that's gonna be a fun game. The Browns has actually been fun to watch because you don't expect much from them. So when they do big things, it's like, oh dang. Colts, they're just so fundamental. It's scary. So in that game, I'm going with the Colts. I just feel like the fundamentals will always win, regardless.
Herb?
I'm gonna take the Browns. I don't think. I think the Colts are. Their defense is playing great. I like Rivers is being. Rivers is an old man. He's playing like an old man. I
Yeah.
haven't seen much from him, but their defense is great. Great. I don't know. Younger, faster.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I agree with Herb on this one. I think the Browns figured out what they need to do. It's just not allow Baker Mayfield to take over the game. Give it to their weapons. You got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt in the backfield. You got Odell over here, Jarvis Landry in the slot. You got Austin Hooper from the Falcons. Like, they have the weapons. Get the ball out of Baker Mayfield's hands as quick as possible and let them other dudes work. And I think they finally figured that out. Their head coach was the offensive coordinator for the Vikings last year, and he made Kirk Cousins look good, and it's Kirk Cousins. So, on that note, I'm going.
Well, you saw last game. Hold on.
Yes.
You saw last game. They were doing more
Right.
trick plays, or like it wasn't just a good old like drop back and pass it.
Yeah.
Hand it off to Odell. They had Landry throw the touchdown. Like, they're trying new things because they have the weapons.
Right. Like you said, why not? They have the weapons on par with the Chiefs, but they don't have the quarterback or the coach. But they have the weapons. It's
True.
But I know my guy Brandon is a Chargers
So
fan.
you got the Browns?
Yep, I'm going with the Browns. So I know Brandon is a Chargers fan, but we're gonna let you chill for a little bit. Herb, who do you got? Chargers, Saints?
Oh, is Michael playing?
Huh?
Is Michael Thomas playing?
Ooh, I don't believe so.
Because he's playing, I'm taking the Chargers. Then I'm taking the Chargers. I
Right.
just don't see. I'm not saying Alvin Kamara can't do everything.
Right.
So, and Justin Herbert's, he's balling, bro. Can't go wrong with the Herberts.
so that's funny. I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna let Brandon go last so he can speak his piece. I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of big on Justin Herbert. That boy can ball though. Like, man, I'm just sitting there like, damn, he's nice. I'm not a big Chargers fan. I think they're cheap. They're lazy. I'm not a big fan of the coach, to be perfectly honest. I'm not a big fan of Anthony Lynn. I ain't going to sit there and lie to you. But they got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, John Kelly from playing in his backyard. Used to go to UCLA. And Justin Herbert, he's balling right now. As a rookie, he keeps going. I understand the situation with Tyrod, but honestly, Tyrod Taylor's not a good quarterback, so I can care less about that. Yeah, Herb knows my feelings about that one. Very clear. And
Good backup, man.
Yeah,
He's a good backup, man.
Yeah, he's a good backup. But the Chargers always play good defense. That's what they've been known for the past few years. So that's how I feel about it. I'm gonna leave the floor to Brandon, and you can say what you want.
I mean, I appreciate y'all going for the Chargers and everything in this brief moment, and I'm glad this is recorded so we can look back on this and laugh. Nah, real talk. Chargers in this game. As long as we stay consistent, that's perfectly how. That's all I really care about is just stay consistent. Because Lynn loves to call the dumbest plays under pressure, knowing the most obvious play, he's like, nah. And I'm like, so it's just stupid. It's stupid. You're right. They are cheap, and they are lazy. I strongly dislike Anthony Lynn now. This year, I feel like he was cool the last 3 years. This year, he's starting to show his colors to me. So I want him out, and any other. I want that whole office out, pretty much. shoot, get the whole owner out. All I care, you know what I mean? But Chargers all day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's a whole that's a video talking about Dean Spanos, dog. Like that's an issue. An issue. All right, so we got the
Spano and Snyder.
Yeah, dog, you ain't never been wrong.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go on the Tuesday game, and this is
Your San Diego Chargers.
Yeah, they need to go back. Get out of here. We're gonna go to the Tuesday game, and honestly, the Bills gonna win this game. They're a better team. They got a full team, but Bills Titans. It's more of a COVID conversation and how football is going. So let's go with Brandon. Who do you pick? Why? And how do you feel about like the Titans going crazy with COVID at the moment?
My feel is if you just said it, Bills definitely want to win it. The Bills are full stack, man. I haven't seen the Bills like this in a while. On top of that, with the COVID, I mean, first off, to me, COVID is just very annoying. However, it is very serious. So we all have to take it serious, wear the face mask, do what we need to do. As far as football goes, I feel like if they don't buckle down on the precautions, you know, like every other sport, I know that this is a traveling sport, you know what I mean? But you have to find a way to buckle down on all of this. Owners need to step up and get together and worry about the players rather than the money aspect of it. NFL does too. So they need to really step up and make something happen. Buckle down on these procedures. That's just how I feel about that.
So, Herb, me and you had a mini conversation today at work. Elaborate on like the conversation we were having and what your thoughts on all of it.
Well, first, I have the Bills because I don't like the Titans. No reason, just don't like them. But yeah, as far as everything goes, and what we're talking about is when they go to practice, they're getting texted and everything's fine. But the side of that, I don't know if they're being responsible. And we're talking about like maybe they should put some rules in their contracts, and I don't know if they should be punished, take bonuses away. I don't know. Like, let them understand that this is very serious. Because how are they COVID? Like, are they just having parties? They're hanging out somewhere? What are they doing? I understand, like, you hang out with your family, but what kind of crew are you having over at your house? What's happening? How are you getting COVID? How are the Titans? They have 25 people with COVID now? I might be wrong, but it's 20-plus people.
Yeah, it's 20-plus people with staff and players.
So what's going on that is disturbing?
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with you there, man. Like I said in the beginning, the Bills gonna win this game because even if it was full force, the Bills, Josh Allen is a killer right now, and with Stephon Diggs, they're just too good of a team. With the COVID situation, piggybacking right on what Herb said and Brandon. First off, this is a real serious thing. Like people need to start wearing their mask and take this as serious as possible because it is annoying, but it is a thing. Like it's not just gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? Also, like Herb was saying, I don't know what they're doing, but every sport up until this moment, other than baseball, the first like 3 weeks, had done what they're needed to do to stay safe. Every other sport, and with this sport, and I understand people are gonna get it here and there. Cam got it for the Patriots. Stephon Gilmore got it for the Patriots. Maurice Hurst for the Raiders. But you're talking about half of like a team for the Titans. That's an issue. And I don't know how true this is, but they were saying something like after people got down with COVID, they said everybody needs to like chill out. But then the Titans went and had like a little mini practice somewhere. If that's the case, Mike Vrabel should get in trouble. GM should get in trouble. The players, everybody should get in trouble. They might have to forfeit the game or something. I don't know because what the difference of, let's say, NBA, WNBA, NHL, MLS, the difference is there's no bubble. And baseball is doing the bubble in the playoffs. They're not doing a bubble at all. So they walking around, contaminating other people, contaminating other players, and this is a $1 billion league. You got to do what's best for your money, your family, and your league and your job, your league that you play for. And the Titans aren't doing that. So for me, if more like today, I think was the first day that there was no positive test for a Titan. So good for them. But if this becomes another issue, there needs to be serious consequences for not just them, for anybody.
And right now, like, the league is really lucky. Nothing is going on. They have no in the stadium, so they can postpone a game and move it to a Tuesday.
Right.
You know, so that's really easy. And there's no crowd, so you don't have to resell tickets and do all
That's
this
big.
madness. But so they're lucky on that side because it would be a logistical nightmare to reschedule games. Right now, they just move it like, fuck it, you'll play Tuesday. But what if a Taylor Swift concert was going on Tuesday? You know?
Yeah, true.
Hey, honestly, she'd be selling out like crazy.
Like, somehow serious the league is taking it as well. Yeah. Like, so I don't know how serious the league is taking as far as that goes, but I mean, that is a serious thing to try to reschedule games. It's a nightmare.
Right. I'm with you. So those are the games we picked. We can be wrong. We can be right. Let's see. Let's watch these football games. What's next, B?
I'm always right.
So we're gonna do a little transition, man. Not the NFL, but NBA. So the finals are today. But before we even get into finals talk, though, there's been some season changes, you know, especially in the bubble. Outside the bubble, kind of preparing for next season. You know, we don't even know how that's going to go. But one thing is we want to talk about Doc Rivers. This dude literally was unemployed for less than 24 hours. And now he's about to head over to the 76ers. I mean, my take on that, man, Doc, he's a great coach. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He is a great coach. He knows his job. He knows what he's doing. It's just something about maybe his style or something. I don't get it. You know, he can have all the weapons and, you know, can almost produce every single year. You know, so how y'all feeling about that? How y'all feel with him going to the Sixers? Herb, we're gonna start with you, man.
I think he's gonna be okay. I think they're gonna make the playoffs, but I don't think they'll finish. I feel like Doc Rivers is a great season coach. I don't think he's a playoff coach. Whatever happened with the Celtics when I think they're more than his coaching. But that's just me. I could be wrong.
That's true. Damo, how you feeling?
Well, look, Boston sucks. First off, bump Boston. But I see. I'm conflicted because I do think Doc Rivers is a good coach. My issue is he hasn't showed me since Boston, though, that he can deal with temperament, which he was really good at Boston. Because you had Ray Allen, who had a big temperament, Paul Pierce, who had a big temperament, and you had Kevin Garnett, who had a big temperament. And then even Rondo, as a rookie, you know, had a temperament. But he come to the Clippers, right? So you had CP3, DeAndre Jordan, Blake, their issue. Couldn't figure that out. Couldn't get out the second round. Then you get this super team. Yeah, I said it. These fake people come out here thinking they all good, and I'm salty. But these between Patrick Beverly, Chicken Wing Lou Williams, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and you couldn't put that together. And I understand that, like, Paul George mentally, like, wasn't right because of the bubble, and I understand his situation. But he couldn't put it together. You got my man Paul George hitting the side of the backboard. You got Kawhi Leonard over there, Jamal Murray running past him. Like, come on, dog. And I don't even think, like, it was Doc Rivers' fault. But I do think it was at the point when someone feels like it's time for a new voice. You know what I'm saying? How, you know, it just happened to coach and sports. So when it comes to the Sixers, I'm interested to see what happens. I don't know how the Ben Simmons or the Embiid thing going to go, but with them two, you got to at least try to make it work for now, and you might have to trade them. Herb, Herb, speak on this real quick. If you were Doc Rivers, would you start the season with one of them gone, or would you try it out with both of them to see if you can put it together?
I would try it out. I mean, why would you great players? But like you were saying earlier, if he can't deal with temperaments, uh, you're the head. You got to make it work.
Yeah,
Phil Jackson did it with Shaq and Kobe as long as he could. I mean, at least they got 3 rings out of it.
true. Should have been more.
You can't get rid of players. You can't make it work.
Right.
Your job is to make it work. That's why you're there.
True. Brandon, same question to you. How do you feel?
I'm agreeing with him, man. I'm agreeing with Herb. So make it work. Just make it work. They've been together for a while. It's not like it's I guess Doc needs to come in and say, I've seen you two play together. This is how you should do it, or something. You know what I mean? Like the Sixers always had everybody that they needed. It's just putting it together. Like what we said about the Browns, now they're finally figuring some stuff out. The Sixers need to finally figure some stuff out. Now, go a little while, see what you can do, and if not, honestly, out of the two, get rid of Embiid. That's just how I'm feeling. Yeah, get rid of Embiid.
All right.
Send him somewhere else.
All right. He come to
That's
the Lakers.
just me.
He come to. I get rid of.
Hey,
Yeah, I wouldn't get rid of
on.
Embiid. I wouldn't get rid of Embiid unless he come to the Lakers. I wouldn't get rid of Embiid.
I'll get rid of Embiid.
Yeah, that's all we got to say about the Doc, because I'm about sick of Doc, about sick of the Clippers, I'm about sick of all that. There's a team though in the finals. What's that team, B? What's that team?
There's actually 2 teams, but there's only but the Lakers are taking it today.
That's horrible. Look,
Lakers
man,
in 5.
at the end of the day, we gonna talk about these finals real quick. My TV should be on SportsCenter, but it's on the Hallmark channel right now. Don't judge me. My mom watches TV. But this is the year of storyline for a lot of different reasons for the Lakers. You got LeBron, like, finally, like, people appreciating him. You got Anthony Davis's first title. Rajon Rondo coming from, he didn't come from the Celtics last year, but last time he won a title was with Boston. Now he's with LA. They got Kuzma is the only young player they kept. You know what I'm saying? And then we got the big storyline holding above all of us, the unfortunate death of Kobe, which, I remember me and Brandon was playing 2K, and he told me, I'm just like, "What, man? Get out of here, bro. That ain't real." Had to turn off the game for a little bit. And I think I went to the bar and grabbed a drink too. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. But
Yeah, you did.
yeah. Let's go with Brandon. Like what's your thought process? 6:00 tonight. Lakers Heat Game 5. We got the Black Mamba jerseys. What's your thought process?
My thought process, Lakers. You kind of said a lot of the conversation, man. This is more than a ring. It has so many underlining meanings to it. One being the Mamba jerseys. Rest in peace to Kobe and Gigi. That would be such a dedication. I don't know. There's another word. I just can't think of it. But it would just be it would be beautiful to see that happen. On top of that, that since you said it just now, it actually clicked. Like, yes, they are showing a lot of respect to LeBron this year from coming from the East to the West and still doing the same thing that he was doing on the East. It was ridiculous. This year, I give it more to Anthony Davis, though. Like, this dude he was like, oh, I'm on a team with LeBron. Cool. Let me step my game up 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just crazy to see. Rondo, One thing that caught me off guard was Dwight. I know he said it at the beginning. He was like,
Forgot about that one.
yeah, he was like, look, it's going to be different from the last time I've been on the Lakers. And last time he was on the Lakers was with Kobe, and that was horrible. But he came up and was like, nah, McGee, you sit down. I got this. Which is like, it's crazy. Having Jason Kidd on the team, on the coaching staff too, like that part, that meant a lot. So I knew this team was going to be something at the beginning of the year. Did I know they were going to go up against the Heat? Heck no. Like, nah, because we didn't see that one coming either. So it's just a whole, but it's a lot going on. LeBron facing his one of his former teams. He won championships with. It's just crazy, man.
Herb, what's your thought process for the night?
Lakers in 5. I mean, you guys pretty much laid it all out. Dwight, everything. So yeah, it's just Lakers in 5.
So for Herb, just know tomorrow, if Lakers win tonight, I'm gonna be ignorant tomorrow at work. I'm just gonna let you know right now. I'm gonna be ignorant.
Low key, we do.
Ignorant. All right. So Lakers in 5, Black Mamba jerseys. Let's just go get to the W. Let's move on to comics. B, what we got in comics?
So next up on comics here, Dominic,
Well,
we have
Oh, adult voice.
Right?
Man, it's been quiet. However, it's been a couple things have been popping up. One being Doctor Strange joining the SpiderMan 3 movie. There's also a multiverse conversation with the whole Spider-Man. Jamie Foxx returning as Electro. So I'm a huge fan of that. Even though that that Spider-Man was horrible. I got ahead of myself here because we're going to talk about Superman and the Justice League. I have a lot to say, but I'm not going to say everything. Even though that Spider-Man was not the best, that Electro was solid. So I don't know if they're going to do the same or if they're going to switch it up, but I'm just glad Jamie Foxx is back into it. He is one of my favorite actors, top 10 at least, and I would say underrated as well too. Not a lot of people show him as much credit that he deserves.
He's got an Oscar. Yeah. He's fine.
I mean, yeah, he got an Oscar, but still, you look back on a lot on his resume, man. Like, there's not too many people out there saying, "Oh, dang, Jamie Foxx is a really great actor." Like, they are, but it's not too in the conversation that I would like to have. So yeah, tie in to the Wanda. Oh, never mind. We're gonna talk about that later. But yeah, y'all.
No. Go.
Yeah.
You go.
Okay.
Keep going.
Then we're gonna tie it into the WandaVision TV show that I'm really excited for. I have to see the trailer again because it's like I saw it about 2-3 weeks ago. I forgot what it was about.
When is that?
The WandaVision is.
When is that coming?
It's supposed to come out this year. That's the only Marvel show that they're saying December of this year. Will it come out? I don't know, but that's what they're saying, December.
Yep. So yeah, how do y'all feel about all that I just said? I mean, let's start with the Doctor Strange and the multiverse and everything ties into Spider-Man. Herb, how you feeling about that, man?
Well, is Doctor Strange be in the movie or is there a cameo? Like, what's it looking like? Is he going to have like a full role, or they're just going to introduce him just to sort of that? Any thoughts? Because I don't know.
Well, I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but I've by a couple of people I follow that's like in the industry that they want I'm about to say Billy Batson, wrong universe again. Peter Parker to have a not a role model, but like more of like an older guy he can lean on. That Tony Stark. Spoilers if you don't know by now. Tony Stark is dead. So he might be that. But again, with the multiverse conversation, I'm gonna throw it right back to you. He's like the big, he's the biggest in it when it comes to Marvel because he, all these worlds and all that. So keep going with what you were saying.
I was just curious about that. I just wanted to know like what the Doctor Strange role was gonna be. And as far as Electro goes, I just eh, eh. I don't. There's so many other characters. I mean, the Vulture was out there, and like that's just they're not bringing that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll do a good job, and it'll be cool. And I'm totally down with doing what they need to do. But it just seems like that's the old movie. Unless it again, is it all tied into the multiverse? You're just gonna jump into another Spider-Man, and there's Electro.
Yeah.
Or is he gonna be in there? It's all speculation, but it's all like stunt casting.
Right.
A lot in the air,
But
dude.
I'm still excited about it, and I still want to see it.
100%.
The way I feel about it is I'm with Brandon on everything about Jamie Foxx. I mean, shoot, I used to watch Jamie Foxx show when I was young. Like, that was kind of the thing. But the only thing I disagree with, I was not a fan of him as Electro. I wasn't a fan of that Electro at all. That's the only thing I've never been a fan of when it came to Jamie Foxx. I'm just like, but apparently multiverse is everywhere. The Flash is having the multiverse to restart that universe. Marvel's having their multiverse everywhere. I just watched Flash TV show. They got a multiverse, just multiverses. But I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to multiverse, first let me say Doctor Strange. That's cool. He was one of my favorite parts of the Avengers. I would love to see Benedict Cumberbatch come back. The more the merrier. He's a really good actor. Plays dope with Doctor Strange. So the more so the more he can come back, the better. You want to put him in Spider-Man? Put him in Spider-Man. You want to put him in Bob the Builder? Put him in. I don't care. That's dope. When it comes to multiverse for me, and this is why I told you to keep going on WandaVision, it drives me nuts. Now, this is back like behind the scenes stuff is they couldn't use Magneto and all that stuff. It drives me crazy that Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver wasn't related to Magneto. They aren't mutants. They couldn't do that. But with the multiverse, they can somehow figure that out. Be like, hey, you was adopted. Your real daddy's crazy over here. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm crazy excited for that. WandaVision, I'm stupid excited for that. I want to see what they work with. I want to see how they tie all this together, and I want to see where the MCU goes forward because it's not the main Avengers no more. It's not the we're all comic fans. Every big like formation of a team has 7. The main 7. Their main 7 is gone. Other than Thor being fat up there with Guardians of the Galaxy, everybody else is gone. Hawkeye's on his little farm, and we ain't gonna talk about the rest of them. But so yeah, I'm just crazy excited for what's to come for the future, and man, I can't wait for WandaVision and Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, dope.
Yeah. Now, WandaVision looks really cool though because it looks like they're gonna give like how you do random things like black and white, like old school, look, and they're going to the 70s, like. So I feel like it's gonna have a vibe like a Patrol, where just throw a random episode and you just don't know what's going on.
Right.
Right.
So that should be exciting. It's not a straightforward TV show. It's gonna be over the place, messing with your mind.
Right.
I like that. Then we're gonna end it in.
I just think it's cool. They just have,
We're gonna end it and we're gonna switch it up from Marvel to DC, man. Talking about Justice League, the Snyder Cut theatrical. What we looking forward to in the Snyder Cut. You know, the HBO Max is to be coming 2021, I believe. And
Yep.
and yeah, we want to talk about that, and it ended on that Green Lantern show that we just got news from. So uh, I kind of want to start this off though because I literally was bored at work, and I'm like, let me watch the movie, and I'm like, no, let me rewatch this Justice League movie, and honestly, it was probably it was great, no, horribly great. Like as I rewatch it and knowing everything
Well,
that I know of the movies and the characters and all of that type of
well, which
stuff, like ah,
one did you watch theatrical? Did you watch the extended cut?
the extended. I saw the extended.
Okay, because the extended cut is
Yeah,
much better. The theatrical release is so all over the place, and it was not that great.
yeah. Even so, I saw the extended, and it was still, you know, even with it, you know, adding in those few pieces and stuff, it just still wasn't. I couldn't get to it. I just don't like the excitement was only for the fighting. It wasn't for the storyline. Seeing the characters, you know, seeing Cyborg, like I thought that was super cool. But I don't know. The second time it didn't capture me. However, I feel like the Snyder cut needs to come in exactly how he wanted this movie to come, because apparently there's going to be so many things that's going to be switched up. It might change the element of the actual movie. So I'm excited to see what Snyder does to this, and I just don't want to be disappointed, you know, a second time. That's just me.
Yeah, like you're saying, yeah, like hopefully there's more Cyborg in it because I felt like he was just there so he can do the mother box thing, but that was it. He wasn't really doing much besides that, and too much Aquaman.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
It seemed like a lot of yeah, dude, awesome, and it's just there wasn't a balance. So hopefully with the Snyder cut, more balance with everyone,
Definitely,
more of a
definitely.
purpose. Yeah, but yeah, because I enjoy it, but I'm a big fan of it. So I'm excited for the Snyder cut. Hopefully it makes sense and you get to see Superman in black suit.
Yeah.
I would love that.
Um.
Damo, how
So
you?
so I've changed my tune about the Snyder cut. I didn't want it, not because it like I just feel like there has to be a point where we gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of where my mindset was for a long time. It's like we gotta move on. Let's not put money into this. But this isn't like what people need to understand. It's not a Warner Brothers thing. Yes, this is a movie made by Warner Brothers and this Warner, but this is a AT&T HBO Max thing. If it wasn't for HBO Max, this movie wouldn't be getting made.
That is
So
true.
so shout out to them. But I seen the trailer and I was like, okay, this looks dope. So that's dope. But I didn't mind the theatrical cut. It was what it was. But again, and even the Snyder cut for all intents and purposes, what it is, I think I'd be more excited for the Snyder cut if this world ended, right? But again, um, going back to the multiverse conversation, they're pushing forward with something different. They're kind of going away from Snyder Cut. So this is just a look over here what we're doing, and what over here happened was BS. So look at what I got. So it should be good. I like Zack Snyder, the director, personally. And you see Darkseid in the trailer. You see Black Suit Superman. You can tell, like, at this moment in time, the actors cared more about what they were doing,
Yeah.
because they wanted this movie with and for Zack Snyder. Now things happen, we ain't got the time, and we ain't gonna get into it too much. But things happened where he ended up going away, and they had Joss Whedon, and again, other stuff happened with Joss Whedon. Another video, but I'm excited for it. Theatrical cut, we'll see. They'll probably both be on HBO Max at the same time, and one day I might, I might hit up with Brandon or hit up with her, grab a glass of wine and watch both of them at the same time. You know, I don't know. We all might finally get together and get some wine and watch both of them. Actually, I lied. No, because Snyder Cut gonna be 4 hours, and that means about 6 hours. Not doing it. Take it back. But, you know, I'm interested to see where it goes, see what happens, and you know, I'm looking forward to it.
Same. It's gonna be great. So then let's end it off with this Green Lantern, man. I know Damo, you have a little bit more insight on this Green Lantern show, man. Tell us about it. What's happening, man? What we got? What do we have to look forward to?
So, this is my fault. I forgot again the showrunner. I'll bring it up right now, but I'm crazy excited for this. Like crazy excited. It's not Hal Jordan or Jon Stewart, because real quick side note, the showrunner is Seth Grahame-Smith. He's the showrunner. He was one of the directors that fell out during the Flash at the time. One of the many directors. I think it was the first one actually that fell out. The writers is Mark Guggenheim, which if you love the CW, if you love the CW verse, he has a big hand in that. He did mostly Arrow. But they're focusing on Jessica Cruz, Simon Bass, Kyle Rayner, and Alan Scott. And if you don't know those, Kyle Rayner's been around for a while. Alan Scott was the first Green Lantern. And Jessica Cruz and Simon Bass are like the newest ones. That's like the DC Rebirth that's been recently. And just those, to me, I like that. It's not the Guy Gardner, the Hal Jordan, the Jon Stewart, because we all know those. Especially, you know, we all watch Justice League Unlimited, all three of us. I know we did. And we all, Jon Stewart. Everybody knows Hal Jordan and Guy Gardner's a hothead, right? So with this, HBO Max for me is really putting in that work to make it like something big. The original content is crazy right now. And I can't wait for this. Herb, what's your thought process on this Green Lantern show?
I'm pretty excited about it. Like, you know, they got diversity.
Yeah, there's definitely that.
And they're gonna have multiple Green Lanterns, so it's gonna be awesome. And it's HBO Max, so might be a little more exciting.
Right.
Maybe a little cuss here and there. Why not?
Yeah.
So,
Brandon?
So I'm really looking forward to it. This is one of the characters growing up to me that hasn't really been in the light in the best of ways over the years. So I'm excited to see how they bring it to the television, you know, screen and what type of story they're going to tell of the Green Lantern and all that type of stuff. Like, I'm just excited to see how that comes together. I'm a big fan of Green Lantern. He's not like my top, but I'm a huge fan. I'm excited to see what's about to happen with this show.
Yeah, man. Herb, is there anything from this show you want to see? Anything like out of the ordinary or anything basic that you're just like, man, they got to bring in this guy, or I want to see this on Planet Oa, anything like that?
nah, man, I think the was grounded. You know, instead of like everybody wearing like, you know, green suits and looking all goofy. You know, it's just sort of a weird grounded show.
Right.
So, I don't know if we go on to being in other planets or just talk about it.
Right.
I think I would prefer to be just a very realistic superground, which sounds really weird to say because, you know, aliens and whatnot and power rings, but it could work.
Yeah. Last question for both you guys. Brandon, I want you to answer this first. Do you want to see the other three Lanterns? Do you want to see Hal Jordan, Jon Stewart, and Guy Gardner, or do you want them to stay away from them and just focus on the four that they're going to focus on?
I would say eventually start off with the four, tell a good story, give us what we, you know what I mean, give us something entertaining, then add on, you know, the rest as the time keeps going. Like how perfect example, how Titans started off, right? And then they slowly but surely started adding different characters to complement the story. You know what I mean? So don't just throw stuff in there just because we want to see it. Give us something. Give us a foundation and build on it. And as you're building on it, start throwing in those characters, like how the Flash with Jay Garrick. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I want to see stuff like that. If you want to give me old school stuff or stuff like that, build the story up, add it in little tidbits here and there, but don't do it right away.
And then her before you answer, I forgot to say, Alan Scott, like it's not gonna be like all four of them together. You know what I'm saying? It might be a little period piece of thing. Alan Scott might be, because remember, Alan Scott was with the Justice Society of America, so he might be all the way in the past. Kyle Rayner might be in the 90s. Jessica Cruz and Simon Bass might be on now. Like what's your thought process on all that? And do you want to see the other three?
Well, I would like to see Jon Stewart, kind of like a Danny Glover.
Oh yeah.
And leave like a duel for this kind of,
Oh.
just an old Jon Stewart, just like, I don't know, that'd just be exciting. But if they're gonna see now, I'm all like confused about it. So like, if they're not gonna be together, like, that's just so crazy. It's kind of hard to put together a show in my head when like they're just gonna be in different time periods.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot to take in and imagine.
Right.
Yeah. But I would like to see old Jon Stewart just being old and angry and bitter. Like,
oh, man.
don't touch that ring. Nothing good comes from that ring.
That's too funny, man. Well, that's our show. That's it. That's our first show of many. That's the main show we had. Number one thing. Let's go back with Herb. Is there anything we talked about? Anything you just want that we've missed before that you just want to get a quick in? Fandom, some Marvel stuff, some sports stuff. You want to talk about how you wish you had Nick Foles? Anything you want to get out? Last thing.
I miss Nick Foles, man. Nothing. Just if anybody's watching, go watch The Boys. Damn it, it's such a good show. That's all. Watch The Boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta catch up.
The Boys is crazy.
Hey, I gotta catch up. All right, Brandon. Is there anything you want to talk about? How much you glad Phillip Rivers is out of Chargerville? DC stuff, Marvel stuff, Lakers in 5. Anything you want to put out there?
You kind of hit it. I mean, you kind of said everything. But The Boys is, oh my gosh, if y'all not watching that Amazon Prime Video, y'all gotta go watch that show, man. That gives you a whole different perspective on superhero everything. But I love it. Lakers in 5. Swamp Thing, actually. Coming to the CW, getting a chance to pick up for a season 2. I want to see if that happens. I watched the first 3 episodes, heard it was canceled, didn't want to finish it. So, and we'll just kind of see how that goes. So Swamp Things, I'm actually, yeah, it is, man.
Well, hey. Speaking of wait. Speaking of Amazon Prime, go watch Utopia. Yeah, on Amazon Prime show.
All right. Well, man, go watch this show. And for me, I ain't got much to say. I can't wait for the PS5 to come out. Make sure you go get your PS5 because around the 12th, if I don't answer my phone, you know why. I can't wait for Gotham Knights next year. That's dope. If you're a wrestling fan at all, Roman Reigns, the Anoli family, that whole family is dope. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, Rock, that's my man. So yeah, that's it for us. Thank you for watching the first episode of Scarr. And nice. And we will see you later. Peace.